Hello and welcome, I'm SimUK and today I'm going to be reviewing Fishing Sim World with the new updated Pro Tour. Yes, I know, it's shocking, YouTube haven't killed me off yet despite their best efforts. So I have been critical of Dovetail games in the past. I predicted the downfall of Flight Sim World, and more recently I have been very critical of Dovetail games' lack of attention to detail and their approach to Train Sim World DLCs. So I was pretty shocked when Fishing Sim World Pro Tour arrived in my inbox to make a review. What I will say is that any development team who can take on board constructive criticism and then ask for more is a company that I can respect. But only if they take on board the criticism, address it, and do something about it. So I rather suspect this was just an error in judgment from Dovetail Games. So let's not waste a moment. Is Fishing Sim World's latest update enough to transform a pretty much below average fishing sim into something way more desirable? Sadly, no. No, it is not.
Welcome to Fishing Sim World Career Mode. Like all pros, you will start out in the amateur ranks, where you can choose to fish the disciplines that interest you the most. The events are split into bass, carp, and predator, and you are free to join or leave any of these tours as you wish throughout your career. As you compete in the events, you will earn tour points and prize money, as well as gaining followers. The more followers you have, the more interested different sponsors will become in signing you up for endorsement deals. The tour points you earn from events are added up throughout the season. Finish high enough in the end of the season rankings, you may be eligible to move up to the Pro League. Sponsorship contracts can be for varying lengths and worth different amounts. It is possible to negotiate a better deal, but you do run the risk of putting off a potential sponsor. Meeting sponsorship goals will not only keep your sponsors happy, but will also earn you bonuses that are added to the prize money you win from tournaments. Together, these give you your overall career earnings, which will continue to grow with the more success you have. For each discipline, you have a tournament jersey, where the brand logos of your sponsors are worn with pride. The primary sponsor will be displayed most prominently on the front of your jersey. You can change the base colors of your jerseys at any point throughout your career. Perform well enough and you may be invited to join the elite division. This is where the best of the best compete for the ultimate in angling glory.
Fishing Sim World is a mixture of really good bits and really bad bits. The fish modelling I think is good. There could be more fish, but what there is has been well modelled. I have always been a fan of the advanced casting mechanics. Multiple rods is another great feature, and the ability to jump in a boat and fish from anywhere is obviously a massive plus too.
You join us here on the water today as the competitors are getting ready for the start of this exciting event. While we wait for the action to begin, let's take a look at the rules for today's tournament.
Graphically, the game is a bit hit and miss. The locations are varied and pretty, but water splashes and boat mechanics, that's a totally different kettle of fish. The fish battles are for me a welcome implementation. I hate it being too easy, and the reeling mechanic, including the clutch control mechanism, is important to this challenging dynamic. So introducing a career into the game is a massive improvement, despite the game's lack of real fishing feel. I do like how you can create your character and then work through your sponsors as you progress. It makes the game have purpose, and whilst it's not enough to overlook the game's existing failings, it certainly is something that has been sadly lacking in all fishing sims before now. Sure, they have all been progressive, but a career, that really is new, and Dovetail Games have done very well to identify this. In the career, you can pick from 3 tours: carp, bass, and bugger, I can't remember the other one. I am so sorry, and I can't get to it to find out. You start off in the amateur division, and winning events will allow you to progress and change your loadout. The career aspect I really do quite like, but then it's really only a thin veil over a pretty ugly game. Fishing Sim World appears half-assed. There is a considerable lack of attention to detail, and the gameplay aspect is shallow at best. The menu is buggy and unintuitive, and at best it just doesn't work as intended. Unfortunately, at least 50% of the bad bits of this game are visible constantly and just ruin the gameplay experience. Let me be absolutely clear. All of the failings I'm about to mention could and indeed should be rectified by Dovetail Games. But, as I have said many times before, Dovetail Games are not known for fixing bugs or improving a base game for free. Just look at the latest Train Sim World implementation. Okay, so this is what I see being wrong with Dovetail Games' Fishing Sim World Pro Tour. These are just the main issues. I won't describe absolutely everything. It seems to me that you cannot have multiple careers, and as yet I have been unable to find a way to reset the only one that I have. Now, I've already mentioned how poor the menu system is. It may be that there's an option hidden in there somewhere, but I just can't find it. Free fishing mode allows you to set weather conditions, but still, Dovetail Games refuse to implement a dynamic weather system. Why? Multiplayer is locked into a tournament mode. You cannot just leisurely fish and chill. This is a big disappointment. Equally, the in-game VoIP system appears not to work very well either, and it seems to be impossible, at least it was impossible for me, to mute other players, allowing me to use a different audio system. This is despite the game having a mute button, which is only available in the lobby, but it's so badly implemented I cannot even begin to discuss it because it angers me so much. The boat physics are horrendous. They are awful, horrendously awful. And why on earth you would be allowed to drive around in a speedboat in the middle of a competition is beyond me. Water splashes from fish jumping, terrible. I mean really, really badly done. I do hear fish jumping about randomly when they're not on the line, but as yet I've never seen one. It always seems to happen behind me. And finally, when you're reeling in your line will pass through reeds, trees, bushes, rocks, and even the boat itself. It never gets tangled up, caught, or broken because of it. It's just really poor, really terribly done. There are quite literally tens, if not hundreds, of other little foibles and bugs in the game that I won't bother to mention now. But the overall feeling is one of poor quality. This game could be so much better. It really fails to live up to its own potential, and the career is a really great introduction. But in classic Dovetail game fashion, improving the base game is something they simply won't do unless you pay again for the benefit of it. And even then, it seems that they won't fix the things that we are asking for them to fix, and quite often they fail to deliver on their promises. Dovetail Games' history is a concern. Unless they change in the future, then in my humble opinion, the future looks bleak for the company and each of the individual games. I do hope that they make the changes that are necessary to improve Fishing Sim World and really make it feel like a quality product with polish, and then release updates that enhance the core game. But right now I just don't see it happening, which is a real shame. Dovetail Games' Fishing Sim World is worth buying for the career alone, because where else are you going to find a game with a fishing career in it? But honestly, I would wait for the sales and just don't expect too much from it. I'm SimUK. If you enjoyed this review, please hit the like button, and thank you for watching.